Pwede na magtanong.
Good morning everyone. Let's start na po sa ating press conference sa araw na ito. May 16, 2022. This press con was organized by Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, National Executive Coordinating Committee. Ito po yung original na MRRD-NECC. Para po maging aware tayo, kasi meron po mga gumagaya po ng pangalang MRRD-NECC. Remember, ito po yung pinaka-original na inorganisa noong 2015 para kay Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Kaya tinawag po itong Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte National Executive Coordinating Committee. And then I would like to present to you our panel, Atty. Francisco Buan Jr. Pwede niyo po siyang tawaging Atty. Arlene kasi dyan po siya nakilala. No? Siya yung National Spokesperson ng MRRD-NECC. Katabi po ni Atty. Arlene, si Atty. Orlando Guzman. Atty. Orly, siya po yung Chief Legal Counsel ng MRRD-NECC. And then sa bandang kanan, si Brian Buan, siya po yung Pampanga Provincial Coordinator ng MRRD-NECC. And mamaya po, hahabol po si Doc Iner Sampang. Siya po yung National Vice President for Political Sector. So, sa ating part 2 mamaya, pwede po kayo magtanong. Ipakilala niyo po sarili ninyo bago po kayo mag-ask a question sa ating mga panel. So, para sa ating pag-uumpisa, bigyan ko po ng pagkakataon ang National Spokesperson, si Atty. Francis Buan, na magbigay ng kanyang opening statement.
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. As always, ang napakapoging ay hindi na napaka si Poging Bernie na always inaasahan ng MRRD-NECC sa mga ganitong conferences. At konting pahabol, although naka-indicate dito na Chief Legal Counsel na yun naman ang katotohanan, and at the same time, si Atty. Orly is also the President of MRRD-NECC Region 1. Yan. Kasi nung inorganize namin ang MRRD-NECC, meron kaming presidente sa bawat regions. 17. Yeah, 17 regions. So meron kaming 17 presidents in all the regions. Anyway, yes, ito pong ating press conference ay minabuti po naming isagawa simply for the purpose of extending our congratulatory messages to the President-elect, BBM, and to our Vice President-elect, Sara Duterte. Alam niyo po, it was in February of this year as well, nung officially in-endorse namin si Vice President-elect Sara. Ang MRRD, the association or this organization na nire-represent namin, then initially endorsed the Vice Presidential bid of Sara Duterte. And as an opener, I shall call on Atty. Orly to give us a brief backgrounder for this conference. Orly, take it away.
Thank you, Yusek Francisco Arlene Buan Jr., our national spokesman for the MRRD-NECC. Sa lahat ng kapwa ko Pilipino, sa inyong lahat na nandito, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. By way of backgrounder, it will be recalled that the MRRD-NECC announced its support to the vice presidential bid of the Honorable Atty. Sarah Duterte-Carpio on February 23rd, 2022. for which purpose kindly allow me to reiterate or repeat the contents of that announcement of support, statement of support in favor of Vice President-elect Sara Duterte. We in the MRRD-NECC reiterate our unwavering loyalty to His Excellency President Rodrigo Roa Duterte and his family, and our continuing support for and adherence to the programs and advocacies of the Duterte administration. It is a matter of public perception and knowledge that Mayor Sara Duterte has the heart, brilliance, and courage of her father. Her love for our country and people is beyond cavil. In her hands, the nation is assured of a strong-willed, compassionate, and bright lady Vice President. With her sterling leadership qualities and political will, the fight against illegal drugs, corruption, criminality, insurgency, terrorism, and poverty shall be sustained until complete eradication. In the field of public service, Mayor Sara's accomplishments as Chief Executive of Davao City are living testaments of how great a leader she is, and greater she will become. Truly, the Davao City experience could find national replication and adoption in the national level. The Sara brand of service and leadership is the answer to the call of the times. Learned in law, Mayor Sara is the most qualified and the best choice among vice presidentiables. Thus, it has become incumbent upon MRRD-NECC to declare in no uncertain terms, as we hereby declare in unison, our wholehearted and valiant support to the candidacy of PRRD's dearly loved daughter, Mayor Sarah Duterte-Carpio, as Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines. And the ensuing events are matters of history. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Attorney Orly Pañero. And I would like to announce the arrival of the just recently na-pass niya ang bar examination, Attorney Paul de Guzman Pañero, MRRD din siya. Yes. Tapos, si Attorney Lesmer, please stand up, kapapasa rin nila. Palakpakan po natin sila dahil hindi madaling maging abogado. And I would like to announce our Vice President for Media Affairs, MRRD, na kabaro ninyo, national, Edwin Barbudo. Edwin, advance to be recognized. Ayun, kabaro din ho niya yan. Lahat ho ng aming mga conferences na ganito sa mga pinupuntahan namin na bayan from actually, nasabi kanina ni Bernie, 2015. Actually, 2014, ang MRRD nag-umpisa ng ino-organize ni former Secretary Jean Mamundiong Testa. Nandito rin sa aking babasahin later on. So, sino pa mang MRRD na nandito ngayon? We're still waiting for the arrival of Dr. Sampang. Anyways, yes, you've heard it. Noong pong Pebrero, or even, there was even a plan before the official announcement na pinaplano na namin na there will be a day na i-endorse po namin ang kandidatura po ni Vice President-elect Sara Duterte. And we did that at St. Clair College sa Caloocan sometime noong February. And with that as a backgrounder, I will move on and continue to read for all and sundry and for all of you the congratulatory message for Vice President-elect Sara Zimmerman Duterte-Carpio. And it goes, we in the MRRD-NECC, founded by the Honorable former Secretary of TESDA and now Chairman of the National Commission for Muslim Filipinos, NCMF. Ang opisina po ng NCMF is along Roosevelt. Commonwealth Avenue. I'm sorry. Doon po, kung hahanapin niyo po si Secretary Jean Mamudjong. Ang kanyang title din sa NCMF is also Secretary. Okay? The National Commission for Muslim Filipino. Attorney Giling Jean Ampang Mamundyong. We are proud to congratulate Vice President-elect of the Republic of the Philippines, Attorney Sara Zimmerman Duterte-Carpio, the beloved daughter of His Excellency President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Records have it that MRRD-NECC, the Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, yun ang acronym, no? National Executive Acronym Coordinating Committee, is the major organization that propelled and catapulted our beloved BRRD to the presidency in the 2016 national elections. For the information of everyone, MRRD-NECC all over the country has a membership of almost 6 million. 6 million. Anyway, it is the same organization that also supported Vice President Sara and other pro-administration candidates in the just concluded 2022 national and local elections. In all humility, we say the overwhelming victory of Sara and BBM is a telling indicium of PRRD's unprecedented popularity and acceptance by the Filipino people that continues up to this day and time. The Duterte legacy must be preserved and must continue by no other than his beloved daughter Sara, the Vice President-elect. Thus, we take this opportunity to urge Vice President-elect Sara Duterte, a brilliant legal luminary, to seek the position of the Secretary of National Defense, where she appears more suited and qualified. She has the strong will, the courage, and the personality. And baka hindi nyo alam ito, ha? She is a colonel in the Army Reserve Force. Di ba kung minsan makikita natin, meron siyang mga photo ops na naka-uniforme siya with the rank of a colonel. Okay. That way, the security of the entire country, welfare of the citizenry, and preservation of her father's name and legacy are assured. And for this purpose, we appeal to President-elect BBM to endow unto Vice President-elect Sara the requisite appointment. Again, we say, with heartfelt congratulations to the daughter of our Mayor Rodrigo, the daughter of MRRD, the Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Kasi kinukonsider namin si Sara as our daughter, MRRD's daughter. Vice President-elect Sara and her running mate, President-elect BBM. Congratulations to the both of them. And more so, with emphasis, congratulations to the Filipino people, the 31 million strong who supported BBM and Sara in the just concluded elections. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas! Mabuhay tayong lahat! Thank you very much.
And now, MRRD-NECC is urging the Filipino people to respond resoundingly to the call for national unity, which is for the common good. Urging the BBM Duterte administration to establish a national unity government where the groups of Lenny, Lacson, Isko, and Pacman will be represented in the Marcos cabinet. Number 3, the youth or student leaders will be appointed to the Youth Commission. And number 4, the most important, promote state-church cooperation in addressing the poverty of our people. Thank you so much.
Ready po kami kung anong gusto nyo ma-enhance, ma-explain, o ma-sagot namin to the best of our ability.
Good morning to the panelists. I'm Gani Oro from PTV4 and Leader News Philippines. My question is, parang sa history po ng presidency ng eleksyon, since Cory Inday tandem na sila ang nanalo pareho, or inupo sila sa people power din, para ngayon lang nanalo na both the Vice President, the President, Vice President, magkatiket, magkatan. Ano nakikita yung smooth transition from Duterte administration patungo dito sa Marcos Sara administration, which is magkasama na sila, magkatiket sila? Tingin ba ninyo mas magkaroon tayo ng ibang government na walang away between the President and the Vice President and among the people na, sabi nyo kanina, mag-unity na tayo? Ano nakikita nyo kagandahan at kaibahan ito sa mga past administrations?
Ako na muna sasagot, Panyero, ha? Gani, you are in the press, and sigurado, without any doubt, nasubaybayan mo ang kanilang campaign, silang dalawa. Matter of fact, meron pa akong isang vlogger na pinakita sa akin ni Brian. Alang ginawa kung hindi kinutya, kinriticize yung emphasis ni BBM and Sara for a united Philippines, a united governance. Sabi ko nga, anong klaseng vlogger ito? I don't want to be mean. Pero, eto na nga, dalawang candidate, one for president and one for vice president, asking for unity. I-criticize mo pa. Ano ka ba tao ka? Parang hindi ka Pilipino. Di ba yun ang hiling natin? Di ba? United, what? In governance. United in what? Progress. United in anything that shall catapult the entire country to what? Unlimited progress. Peace. Security. Development. Hindi ba ganun yan? Yan ang mensahe. BBM or Sara need not be specific in what to be united. The message is there. Unity. Di ba? Meron pa nga nagsasabi dyan, unity in diversity. Di ba? And that is precisely what we supported. Why we supported the BBM and Sara tandem. Kanya yung huling binasa ni Brian, united tayo dapat sa lahat ng bagay. Inaas pa nga namin doon. Na, not my exact words, kundi si BBM nung sa press conference niya. Kalimutan na natin ang kulay. Di ba? Wala nang pinklawan, wala nang dilaw. Okay? Kahit na naging kontra ka pa sa amin, if you are deserving, okay? Ilalagay kita, kukunin kita, patutulong. The message is, patutulong ako sa iyo for the benefit of the nation, for the benefit of the Filipinos. Di ba ganun ang mensahe?
Yes.
Resoundingly, yan ang mensahe. Maraming salamat.
Follow-up question. Parang in-offer na yata kay Vice President Sara yung DepEd, Department of Education, and we learned na she accepted it already. Parang tinanggap niya po. Ngayon, ano pang chance na malagay po siya sa DND o Department of National Defense? Nakausap niya na ba si Vice President Sara na magbabago pa kanyang isip? At which is which, mas gusto ba talaga niya sa DND o sa DepEd na parang tinanggap niya na yung position?
Very nice question. In-anticipate ko na yan, Gary. Talagang ang mga gagaling ang mga press eh. Pero sabi ko nga, uunahan ko na. Well, actually, nung nag-uusap kami for this press conference, sabi nga ni Atty. sa kami, Brian, sa akin, Daddy, in-accept na ang education. Sabi ko, yes. Pero, di ba, pwede naman ang huling hiling. Di ba? At saka, uy, sandali lang, Gani, pero nabasa mo ba yung kinukutsarin si Sara dyan sa posisyon na yan? Sa education? Sabi, hindi raw academic, she may be a lawyer, or a vice mayor, pero wala siyang kaalam-alam daw sa pagtuturo or sa education. Sabi ko nga, everything is learned, di ba? Gani? Kahit na kayo, press kayo, you were not pressed in the beginning, di ba? Pero please, ito, abogada to, okay? At ang supervisory, hindi lang talent, the knowledge, okay? To supervise people, and the thinking that she will not only improve, she will excel in that department. Di ba yung ano? Dapat ganun ang projection natin eh. Kung may magagawa ito, so-so lang ba? No. Alam natin ang psyche ni Sara. She's always for the best, if not the very best. Di ba? Pero Gani, in answer to your question, huling-hiling. Baka naman pakinggan. Okay? Thank you so much.
Sige po. Pabag na yung mic.
Win, ay, Bernie, ikaw na mag-moderate. Bernie.
Next question.
Good morning, Juvie de Guzman ng DWBL. Una-una, salamat sa Panginoon, nakarating ako dito. Nandito yung mga tamang tao na hinahanap ng bayan. Hindi man kayo kandidato, may paraan dyan. Alam niyo po, isa lang po ang gusto kong malaman mula rin sa inyo since na kayo po ay kasama ng nanalong Presidente at Vice President. May chance po ba na makuha natin ang mga kabataang naligaw ng landas? Alam natin, naging NPA yung iba dyan. Ina-anticipate kong naligaw kasi alam kong iba sa kanila hindi naman nila gusto eh. Nagkaroon lang sila ng masamang siguro yung encouragement. At pati na rin po yung mga active NPA, CPP na alam naman ho natin marami sa kanilang alam niyo ho, kaya po nasabi, taga Bulacan po ako, marami hong naghahangad na sumanib na sa gobyerno, pero they don't know how. Sa palagay niyo sa panahon ho ngayon ng bagong gobyerno, may paraan po ba tayo na makuha natin sila at mapagbago natin ang kanilang kalooban? Sir.
Ruby,
Juvie de Guzman.
Juvie.
Apo.
Regarding that, I am optimistic that the administration of BBM and Sara will institute programs and measures, and of course will exert their best efforts into winning this youth and those members of the NPA, as you mentioned, to win them back and bring them into the fold of the law, within the fold of the law. That is always the ideal approach to insurgency problem. But always remember that in a democracy, you do not have a 100% unity. Meaning, the majority rules in a democracy. And for a healthy democracy to flourish, particularly in our country, we must have a credible opposition. Although the majority should try to win more from the opposition by instituting programs of convincing them into the soundness of the policies of the present or incoming administration. The Duterte legacy will continue, and this will be the basis of the new administration to continue their programs that would eventually or make this country greater as it is already great as of this time. That is what I can say.
Yes.
To have a healthy democracy, the critics should not be silenced. The opposition must be there. What is important is that we have a majority president and a majority vice president.
Okay, last na lang po. Gusto ko lang pong malaman, since na tinanggap na ng ating Vice President yung posisyon as a DepEd Secretary, whether na malipat siya o hindi malipat. Ang punto ko lang po dito, meron po ba tayong chance sa inyo pong palagay bilang mga abogado? May chance po ba tayo na maibalik ang tunay at totoong kasaysayan na sinira at binago ng mga dating administrasyon? Salamat po.
Pagdating sa kasaysayan, we have historians to do the write-up. We cannot proceed from a wrong premise. What is important is that we should strive and we should stick to the truth. Dapat lagi tayong nasa katotohanan. Yun ang importante. What matters most is the welfare of the Filipino people. And when we talk of history as basis for the present actions and for future actions of the Filipino people. The principles and ideologies should always be there, so that we know where to go. The direction is clear, and that is, as always, the common good must always be the bottom line, the center of every program of government, the centerpiece of any administration's program.
Thank you so much. Thank you po.
Siguro may hahabol ako doon,
Yes.
Judy.
Yes.
Panyero, I hope you don't mind. Alam nyo, on the other hand, siguro nga makakabuti na si Sara, even if we're huling-hiling, urgent na DND ba yan? Yes, Department of National Defense, right? Yun ang hiling namin. But, on the other hand, para bang naisip ko lang, ngayon na itanong niya, with Sara in the Department of Education, dyan sa sinasabi mo, Judy, yung mga tinatawag na revisionist na yan, or changing the twists and turns of history, will be righted. Dahil kasi si Sara, alam naman natin yan kung gaano ka-strong yan. At saka kung gaano ka-upright siya. Remember yung incident nung sheriff sa Davao. Gusto niyang sirain yung mga shanties doon. Gani? Di ba? Remember? Sinuntok niya yung no emphasis doon sa pagsuntok. Pero doon sa katotohanan, there you go. And kung bakit nangyari yun, kinausap na pala yung sheriff na yun. Nagmamatigas yung sheriff, sabi raw nung sheriff, ito, kinento sa akin ng isang abogado from Davao. Kinausap daw siya ng legal yata ng the city of Davao. Ang sinagot niya raw, walang mayor sa akin. Ano daw, judiciary nga naman yun, di ba? That is, alam naman natin, sa court yun. Pero, ganun daw nagyabang yata yung sheriff na yun. Anyways, although hindi na-publish yun, ha? Pinuntahan niya ngayon. Ano ba ang katotohanan, di ba? Hinihingi lang daw ni Presidente Sara noon na ano muna, para bang moratorium muna. Siyempre, kahit nasa batas naman before you can be ejected, okay, nasa batas yan Okay? Ano bang, kanina ba batas yan, Panyero? Sino bang senador na
Lina Law.
Lina Law, very good. No? Yeah, yung mga bago abogado, alam nila. Yung Lina Law, you must prepare something for the people that are going to be displaced. Hindi basta, darating ka ron, wawasakin mo na itong agad-agad. Hindi ganun. That is not human, di ba?
Yes.
And Sarah doesn't want that. Nagawa niya ng sunod. Ganda naman. Well, anyways, yun lang. Dagdag ko. Okay, thank you.
Province Bulacaster San Pascual po, from Angkop de la Guardia Online Armed Forces Radio. Ang gusto ko lang pong, if hindi po natin hindi makuha yung Department of National Defense, pwede po ba na yung clamor po ng mga persons with disability sector at iba't ibang sektor ng lipod na siya po ay po pwede sa National Anti-Poverty Commission, which is ito po under Office of the President, ay siya pong flagship office ng ating pamahalaan to alleviate poverty. May possibility if hindi po pwede yung sa Department of National Defense. Thank you very much po.
Persons with disability. Under the DSWD ba to? O separate na to?
Under po na meron pong National Anti-Poverty Commission, which is in-offer po that time when President Duterte ay nag-take as President. Sina-offer ito po kay VP Inday noon, but hindi po nagtagal. So, I think kung titignan po natin yung programa at mandate po ng National Anti-Poverty Commission under Republic Act 8425 to alleviate poverty and reduction of poverty reduction. It is para sa tingin ko po at sa aming mga, as of now kasi po, council member po ako ng National Anti-Poverty Commission, which represent the persons with disability. So, yun po ang clamor. Pero kung talagang the Department of National Defense ang mapupunta sa kanya, parang gusto ko lang pong parating sa inyo as sa MRRD-NECC. Kasi po, part din kami noon ng MRRD-NECC. Yeah, sa persons with disability sector, di po ba meron kayo nun sa? Thank you very much po.
Sige po. I didn't get your name po. Anong pangalan?
Romel Bulacaster San Pascual po.
Romel?
The only blind broadcaster po.
Bulacast?
Bulacaster.
Bulag.
Romel Bulacaster San Pascual po.
San Pascual.
Also known as
Philippine Army.
Romel. Yeah, Romel. Open quote. Bulag. Caster. San Pascual.
Opo.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Sige po. Caromel, makakarating po ito sa taas. At no assurances, pero ipaparty po namin ito, lalong-lalo na kay Vice President-elect. Okay.
Thank you.
Ito pong suggestion ng MRRD-NECC is just in the form of suggestion or recommendation.
Yes.
When we talk of possibilities, lahat naman posible at this time.
Correct.
Total wala pa namang nangyaring appointment, either BBM or Sara may change their minds
Yes.
and accept the recommendation of MRRD in ECC. It will really depend upon the sound evaluation and analysis of the duo. After all, there are so many talents in our country who can best serve the interests of all Filipino people.
Correct.
Very good.
Hindi ba magiging magmumukhang mahina si President-elect BBM kung dahil dito sa recommendation ninyo ay bibigay yung GNT portfolio kay Vice President-elect Sara? Or possible ba na makakaya ni VP Sara na magkaroon ng concurrent capacity sa DND at saka sa operation?
Well, it will not portray a weak president. As a matter of fact, it will strengthen the image of BBM because they will work in tandem. And the commander-in-chief is always the president of the Philippines. Whatever the secretary of the Department of National Defense will do, that will be upon the imprimatur of the president. So it will be a very strong administration in the sense that it will benefit the entire country, the security of the entire nation is assured, and the preservation of the name, the gains, and the Duterte legacy will be assured.
Isa po, ano ba ang dapat na unang gawin ni Vice President Sara kung siya nasa DND?
Kung nasa DND siya. Of course, she is going to formulate her programs on the basis of course, of the output of the work of the staff that she's doing in the nation, of course. And foremost in her mind should be the security of the entire country. That is always the defense of the country, the territorial integrity, and everything that will preserve the sovereignty of our country.
Good morning, Left Narciso po from DZRH.
Left.
Sir, kung naniniwala kayo na mag-excel naman si VP Duterte sa DepEd, pinupush nyo pa rin na ang hawakan niya sana defense. Bukod dun sa sinasabi ninyo na para ma-preserve yung legacy ni Pangulong Duterte, may iba pa ba kayong concerns kung bakit gusto nyo sa DND siya mapunta?
Siguro ang sagot ko dyan, Led, base na rin sa experiences natin, sa nakita nating pamumuno niya, no? And siguro you will agree with me that one of the most important, okay, siguro way, okay, of securing the welfare of the Filipino nation is through the Department of Defense. Di ba? At saka yung nga, gaya ng nasabi ko kanina, she has the training, the intellect, and foremost, his love, or her love, her love for the Filipino nation. Siyempre, that will reign supreme in her heart and mind. The protection of each and every Filipino.
Pero wala naman po kayong worries na magkaroon ng changes sa mga policy if ever na hindi siya ang mapunta.
As I've said, very intelligent yan. She knows what's contrary. She knows what's good for the nation. Diba? If she comes up with something that is detrimental to the nation, alam ko, sa kanya lang, ha? Tapos, she will also be, what? Surrounded by intellectual people with, yun na nga, meron defense knowledge. Diba? So, I doubt it. Hindi mangyayari yan. At ito na nga, pero kong ina-emphasize. And I know you know this. She and the father loves this nation. Alam nyo, sinasabi ko to, ha? Among the 16 presidents, 15 presidents before Digong, ay ang Kapampangan. Mayroon ng isang naging presidenteng Kapampangan. Okay. But I will not say that Kapampangan excelled. I will say this, the Bawenyo Presidente, who is both Muslim and Visayan. Sinasabi niya yan, di ba? Maybe. Saka itong anak niya ito. The fruit will not fall further or far from the tree, di ba? Di ba kasabihan ng mga Amerikano yun? Sa mga Kapampangan, ewan ko kung may Kapampangan dito, okay? Ayun, Kapampangan. Lukso na ning gaindong kambing,
Wow.
ing bisero, antimurin. Kapampangan ka ba, gani? Okay na na.
Kapit-bahay kita, attorney.
Yung office ko, yung law office ko, saka ang tatay niya, magkasama kami. Okay, in Tagalog, talon ng tatay or inahin na kambing, ang anak, ganyan din. Okay. Sa Tagalog naman, como ang aking ina is Tagala naman, from Valenzuela, Bulacan, ang sabi nila, kung ano ang puno, siya rin ang bunga, maniwala kayo.
Amen.
Diba? Okay, so, anything more?
Attorney, masigit ko lang yung question.
Sige po. Sige po.
Parang ano muna, dito sa height ng eleksyon na nakalipas, no? Di ba ikakaila na meron pong mga dinala si Vice President Sara doon sa kanilang kandidato, di ba? Yung kaibigan ko, Dong ako dadato ng Mindanao, nag-isa, di ba? Isko Sara. And then marami rin nag-Rosa, Robredo Sara. Which is, tingin niyo ba malaking factor ito na nakatulong para sa winnability ni Vice President Sara Duterte? Yung mga grupo na, yun sina Attorney Jan Gastesones, di ba? Talagang talagang sinuportahan si Vice President Sara. Malaking bagay po ba yun? Factor po ba yun?
Alam niyo ho, I think, yes, Gani. Siguro, pareho yung frame of thoughts natin, no? Kahit na pa sumuporta sila sa ibang kampo, no? Kung diehard MRRD ka talaga, no? Hindi mo iiwan ito. Ang MRRD. Dahil nung paman, sinasabi na namin ito. Sa lahat ng mga naging 15 presidents before Digong, si Digong lang ang nagkaroon ng 7 advokasya. No, which we did not hear from the past 15 presidents. Not even the Kapampangan president. At alam niyo naman kung sino. Diyos ko, kundi lang kay Digong. Baka narco country na tayo ngayon, Diyos ko. Alam niyo naman yun. Pangalawa, noon, sabi nga ng anak ko, kasi lasal si Brian, Daddy, ay sabi ko sa kanya, anak, huwag kang naglalakad ng alanganin sa gabi, sa may lasal area. Yes, Daddy, sabi niya. Siya mismo, nare-realize niya yung danger. Ngayon, kahit na madaling araw, di ba? Because isa sa mga advokasya ni President Digong, criminality in all its forms must be reduced to the minimum or to the barest. Di ba? Nakita niyo ba yung latest PNP intelligence regarding common criminalities? It is reduced to single digit na lang ngayon. Even in Metro Manila. Nung panahon ng iba, Diyos ko, umaabot na 50. Di ba? Ganit? So, kung diehard MRRD ka, kahit pa sumapi ka pa sa iba, sigurado lang, hihimukin mo pa, kahit na pasikreto lang. yung mga kasamahan mo na dati, tapos yung kanilang mga nai-influence na bumoto para sa kanya, sa sarili niya, at para kay Sara and...
So sa tingin nyo, nakahatak pa yun?
Yes.
Para bumoto dito sa tandem
Yes,
niya?
definitely. Para sa akin.
Not only for Sara, but also to
Also for
Bongo.
BBM, yes. Yes. Kasi kita naman sa boto natin, Gary. 31 pareho eh, di ba? Oh, ito pala. Before nag-filing sila ng certificate sila, ilan ang percentage ni BBM no? By twos lang siya, 20 something na. Pero nung nag-tandem na sila ni Sara, my God! Wow! Bumulusok! 50, 60, pinakamababa, 40. Mababa lang sila sa Bicol region. Understandably, di ba? Pero hindi sila bumaba sa 50. Silang dalawa.
Sir, isang na lang. Aside from illegal drugs eradication ng Duterte administration, isa ho sa mga remarkable ay yung build ng
Yes.
Duterte administration.
Yes.
Anong nakikita nyo, anong napo-foresight nyo sa tandem ng BBM Sara na ituloy or dagdagan pa yung build projects na may pagpapatuloy from Duterte administration?
Hindi ko na lang maalala kung which place, no? Kung nung nagsalita sila. Matter of fact, in-interview si Bongbong at saka si Sara. Okay? Tinanong yan, Gary, ganyan-ganyan ang tanong, ganyan-ganyan ang tanong. Anong sabi ni Bongbong? Anong sabi ni Sara? Pareho sila. They echoed the same B program. Build program. Diyos ko naman. Kay Kapampangan, maklak na kan talaga buntok. Gusto niya may finalo ta sa Tagalog. Wala na lang talagang alam yung utak na yung that gray matter of yours pagka hindi mo pa sinunod yun at ginawa. Di ba gani? My God! Flagship program yun eh. Okay, talking about this. Alam niyo ang biyahe ko ngayon from Angeles City to Quezon City when it used to take me 2 hours minimum, Gary. Nano na kasi lagi yung kalagon?
Emil
Emil. Dati-2.5 hours. Ngayon, less than hour. 1 hour 30, yun ang pagka matraffic sa NLEX. Grabe! And, pasensya na kayo ha, ang Clark International Airport 2. Sino ba nagpunta ron nung inaugurate last month? Puntahan ninyo. World class. My God. World class. Kanya, saludo rin ako kay Tugade. Kay Villar, saludo ako. World class. Puntahan nyo ang Clark International 2. See for yourself. Nakita ko ang Dubai? Grabe. Nakita ko ang ano ba yung isang pinuntahan natin, anak? Hong Kong? Grabe. Pero ito, mas grabe. Puntahan nyo, Clark. Hindi ba kayo nagpunta ron?
Hindi pa.
Nag-inaugurate mo last month. Grabe!
Nagpunta na.
Emil, nagpunta pala. Emil, go, Emil.
Idol, magandang umaga. Emil Carion, kapitbahay mo po at TV producer. Tatanong ko lang sir, mula sa administrasyon ni Marcos, Cory, onwards, merong tinatawag tayong consistent opposition. Ito yung mga walang ginawa, kundi kumontra. Umupo yung kasangga nila, umupo yung hindi nila kasangga, kontra pa rin sila. Sa ganitong bagong administrasyon, BBM Sara, bilang isang supporter, ano po ang inyong pwedeng sabihin kayong tatlo, your words of wisdom, para sa mga ganitong consistent oppositionists, para naman magkaroon ng magandang kapayapaan at kaunlaran ng ating bayan?
As I said earlier, in a democracy, we need a healthy opposition to have a healthy democracy. It doesn't mean that when we talk of unity, the opposition and the administration must unite. What is crucial is that the people in the majority will unite and would try to win some people in the opposition. let us not question the motives of these opposition people because they perform a crucial role in a democracy. We need critics, we need fiscalizers in this country. Otherwise, the country will lead to a dictatorial form of government. So, when you talk of, shall we say, traditional opposition, well, we must respect their stand and principles as they are also fighting for their ideology. And we will have a constructive opposition by enlightening our people of what should be the case all the time. Let us always have in mind the common denominator. For every action of government and the opposition, the bottom line is the welfare of the Filipino people, the common good. Every government is geared towards common good. If it does not perform its functions for the common good, then it ceases to be legitimate. So that would be the main consideration. The opposition is needed to fiscalize the administration. Thank you.
Pahabol lang, Mel, kapitbahay. Siguro all of you nabasa na ninyo ang desiderata. Desiderata 2, 1 and 2 yan. The first 4 lines of the desiderata goes this way. You go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. Listen to others, even the dull and the ignorant. They have their stories to tell. Interpret mo yon. Gaya na sinabi ni Atty. De Guzman, you know, komodemokrasya tayo. You cannot silence anybody. Right? Diba? We're a free country. Okay? Let them say their piece. It is for us. Or, for this matter, it is for BBM and Vice President Sara to discern and decide which will be best for the Filipinos and the Filipino nation. Okay? Brian daw?
Well, sa akin lang is, kaya nga unity. So yung unity natin is majority. Yung minority natin, pakinggan din natin sila. Para naman yun nga, maging healthy yung government natin at dun sa isasuggest ng minority, baka yun talaga yung kailangan gawin. Thank you.
We can learn from it.
Ayos.
Very nice. Oh, meron pa lang.
One short question, sir. Zian Ambrosio from ABS-CBN, sir.
Hi, Gian.
Hello. Sir, hello. Sir, in Washington Post, we saw na nakasulat po doon na malaki ang difference ng pamamahala ng tatay ni President Duterte and si Sara Duterte. Ano po, dahil kilala nyo na po sila, ano ang tingin nyo magiging malaking difference sa pamamahala po ni Vice President Sara Duterte sa ngayon?
Zian Ambrosio. Zian. Ganda pala ni Zian. Para ako si Presidente Digo pagka nakakita ng mga No, okay. Zian, it's like this, okay? Kumbaga, wait and see muna tayo ngayon. But, basing from experiences, what we saw, what we read, and what we personally experienced, okay? Under the Digong administration and under the Sara administration in Davao, there is only one thing certain, okay? That both of them, in terms of leadership, superior. I will impress on you the superiority of the mag-ama. Their leadership is beyond compare. You know, as a lawyer, and from what I read, I do not know how you define leadership. But I define leadership in this guise. Leadership is not all about ability. Leadership is about responsibility. Responsibility is the flesh that puts flesh and meaning to leadership. Remember the movie Spider-Man? Before the uncle died because he was a victim of a mauling in a gunshot incident. Namatay si Uncle Ben, and before Uncle Ben passed away, he said to Spider-Man, Spider-Man, with great powers come great responsibility. He did not say leadership, he said responsibilities. Great powers come great responsibilities. Because responsibilities fleshes out what you in your mind will make you a good leader. Kanya nga, nung nagsalita si Dito, 7 advocacies. And we saw how he fleshed it out, di ba? Although alam natin, may mga complaints, may mga ano ba yung criticism, lalo na yung sa kanyang Dragon War. Pero if he did not do that, sabi nga ni Machiavelli, the end will justify the means. Ngayon, nakakakita pa ba tayo ng mga Changi drugs? Wala na. Di ba? Meron pa na nagdadatingan, you know? Hindi natin maaalis yan, di ba? Eh kasi, sa mga drug cartels, yan ang blood and ano nila eh, meat and source of their pagkabuhay dito sa mundong ito. Kahit na kriminal. Pero, they hold on to it. Dahil kumikita sila. Bread and butter. Correct. But, again, going back to your question, yan. Ang tatay, pinakita na niya yung brand of leadership / responsibility. Sara fleshed out also that kind. Oh, nagpunta ako lang Davao. You won't believe this, ha? Pasensya na kayo. Pagbagsak ko sa airport ng Davao, tinanggal ko yung aking Rolex. Sorry. Napansin ako nung driver. Alam mo sabi sa akin ng driver, Sir, huwag niyo na hong tanggalin. Davao to, ha? Driver ng taxi. Sir, huwag niyo na hong tanggalin. Mas maganda yung Rolex ko sa Rolex ko. Anong message doon? Huwag po kayong matakot dito sa Davao. Hindi po kayo mabibiktima ng mga muggers. Oh, and then, it did not end there. Nung magbabayad na kami, binigyan ko siya ng, I think I gave him 300 pesos. Ang aming fare was only 2 something. Keep the change. No, sir. Wag po. Maawa po kayo sa akin. Sabi ko, binibigyan kita ng tip. Sinasabi mong maawa. Kasi po, binabawal po ni Mayor ang tumanggap. Hindi, pinasasalamatan kita dahil you are a very kind driver. Hindi po, bawal po sa amin. Gani, believe me, it happened to me personally. Davao Airport. Ganyan ang brand of leadership nila. Hindi ka matatakot. So tayo, hindi tayo dapat.
Dito hindi bawal.
Okay, thank you. I would like to announce the arrival of our Ano ba ang title ni Dr. Ener
National Vice
Sampa,
President.
National VP for Political Sector. Okay? Yan. Say hello, Doctor.
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Sir,
Any more questions?
pang sound bites lang, maganda itong... Repair mo ng microphone.
Hi, Gani.
Doctor. Gusto po. See you again. Pa-clarify lang kay Brian, you mentioned a while ago that you're offering, your group is parang humihimok kayo na i-offer yung bigyan ng posisyon yung mga hindi nanalong presidente, opisyal, Pacquiao, Ping Lacson, even Robredo, no? And Isko. Of course, magangayayari ho yan after election ban, which is 1 year pag election ban tayo. But the thing is, ito bang proposal na ito ng MRRD-NECC, pareho din ng tingin nyo yung Marcos camp? Because the president itself, yung Marcos camp ang pwede pong gumawa niya, not the vice president. Meron ba kayong pakipag-ugnayan sa Marcos camp? Kung ganyan din ba ang pwede nilang, kumbaga, maging policy na i-offer sa mga hindi nanalong presidente at vice president yung posisyon na bagay para sa kanila? Sir. May pag-uusap na po ba kayo with Marcos Camp o BBM Camp?
Well, this is parang recommendatory kay Marcos, BBM elect. Lenny, Lacson, Isko, Pacman, they are all qualified naman to, if ever, makonsider ni BBM ang recommendation ng MRRD-NECC.
What positions? Cabinet positions?
Kung pwede, it also symbolizes unity kasi.
Yes, correct.
So, kung pwedeng cabinet position, undersecretary, kung ano lang ang pwede nilang mabigay ni Marcos administration.
Hindi ka sa CLUD. Nasa bundok
Sama
ko
ba
CLUD.
sina Buan, sina Atty. Montemayor, at sina Caliotti dyan?
Yun na, nasa bundok ka.
Baka may gustong ano si Doc.
Nag-declare na CLUD eh. Dito talaga siya.
The offer is very generous
Yeah.
to these candidates, because ang Presumptive President Bongbong Marcos ran against the theme of unity. Kaya, as said by Brian, it's recommendatory, but it has the force of persuasion from the winning team. Presumably, our president and vice president ran together on a unity team, and it will not take anything away from them for them to open the arms and make available their talents to join, because may mga advocacy sila na very special, no? There is one candidate, Manny Lopez, who ran on a very beautiful ticket on a theme, no, of economic ideas that may they just work. Then of course we have Manny Pacquiao, who ran on a very convincing theme of housing. You know, I talked with a priest. I did a priest in Paranaque. He said, I'm voting for Manny because I believe in his political platform of housing. You know, pari ito. Sabi niya, I am retiring and I still don't have plans where to settle down. I'm from the Visayas. I don't want to go back to the Visayas. If offered a housing program that opens up to people like me, a priest who has done his service in the vineyard of the Lord, so to speak, now wants to settle down, and I think our presumptive president has kept an open mind about opening up sabi nga nila, for those who have something to offer.
the government of President Marcos is open to welcome them and for us to work together. So under that presumption, I think our advocacy, our offer to the gates of the presidency of this administration for them is indeed true and open. You know, Vice President, Presumptive Vice President Sara Duterte, you know, first it was suggested the Department of Defense, but education was offered to her and she accepted it. It's in that spirit. In light of the need for reforms in many sectors, it starts with education. And the open-mindedness of our president and the willingness to serve where needed is, I think, a spirit that we welcome and should encourage.
Okay. Thank you, Doc. Any questions? More? Meron pa ba? Bernie!
Yeah.
Meron pa
Ayun,
ba? Bernie!
unahin natin sila. Okay, dito. Bro. Yan, sila. Unahin natin mga
Advance to
bata.
be recognized.
Good afternoon po, Sir Daniel of P54. Clarification lang po, just for the record. Yung mga presidential polls na ito, si Mayor Isko, Senator Lacson, Senator Pacquiao, and si VP Lenny lang po yung sinasuggest nyo na ma-appoint after election ban.
Ay, hindi naman. Kumbaga, emphasis lang dito dahil nga kasi, yes, or anybody coming from their party or group, dahil ito, this was echoed already. Sinabi ni BBM ito dun sa isang press conference niya. Kalimutan ang kulay. If you deserve, you have the talent, you have the know-how, you have the integrity, heart and mind for the nation. Alam nila yun eh. Di ba, Gani? So, not necessarily confined dun sa 4 o 5 na iyo. Pati si Caliotti! Ang pinsan mo! Yes! Juki! Okay. Anything more?
Sir,
Go!
debatable to, no?
Sige po.
Dodong Alan po ito ng Radyo Pilipinas.
Dodo!
Okay. Debatable po yung ating pinag-uusapan para sa akin.
Okay po.
Do you think magiging mas maganda sa Administrasyong Marcos kung sakasakali hahaluan niya ng mga opposition o di kaya kalaban niya sa kanyang alter ego o kaya mga cabinet officials? Papaano naman yung mga talagang diehard na tumulong sa kanila maaaring ma-displace? Debatable issue po ito. Ano? Ang tanong ko, saan mas makakaroon ng mas significant sa dalawa? Hahaluan o sulit? Bila po.
How will I address you? Anong pangalan?
Alan.
Dudong.
Teka saan ka, Alan?
Bisaya ko.
Bisaya ba?
Bistag, tropang Bistag, Bisaya.
Oh, okay. Sino nakakaalam sa inyo sa larong tongits? Ha? O yung Russian poker? Diba, meron salita sa Russian poker, completos ricados. Pero ang completos ricados na sinasabi doon sa laro na yun, hindi naman all aces. Hindi naman all queens. Hindi all kings. Diba? For you to have quads, yes, pare-pareho. Full house, hindi pare-pareho yan. 3 of a kind plus 2. Diba? Flushes, yan pare-pareho yan. What am I saying? Okay? Siguro, although it's up, meron, di ba, alam natin na meron na, anong tawag nila, transition team? Di ba? Yung transition team natin is, I think, headed by Vic Rodriguez, by former MMDA manager Abalos. Who's the other guy? Medyaldea. And then, yung dalawa, Angpin, babae, Angpin. And the fifth one, Lagdameo, very good. Siyempre, kumbaga, sasalain yan, di ba? Okay, sasalain yan. Ngayon, no hard and fast rule. Pare ko, no hard and fast rule. Hindi mo po pwedeng sabihin na ang mas maganda, solid. Hindi ba mo masasabing halo, okay? Dahil nga doon sa larong tongits, halo yun eh. Pero, you can come up with the best hand. You can come up with the best hand. Halo yun. Okay? Quad sa taas, full house sa gitna, trio sa baba. Pero hindi pareho yun. Di ba? Okay. Dodong?
Paradigm shift yan, sir.
Very good. I think that is the term. Very good, Dodong. It's a paradigm shift. Judy. Judy.
Tumulong ka.
Judy.
Hindi po ako tinatanong pero magsasalita lang ako. Base doon sa aking edad. Mula noon na magkaroon ng partnership na hindi magkakampi hanggang sa umabot na bago maging si Roa Duterte. Wala ko akong kasaysayan na nalaman na naging successful po ang tandem basta hindi magkasundo. So sa tingin ko po, yan ang pinakamabigat na mangyayari kung susundin natin si Sir Ryan. Kasi Sir Ryan, lahat po ng bagay, kapag hindi mo magkasundo, wala po para sa akin. I've been to the office of Raul Gonzalez. Naging secretary po niya ako nung araw, during those days. Base sa kasaysayan po ng aking naranasan, napakasakit po na gusto natin makabuti, i-unite yung negative at positive pagsamahin. Pero never pong nangyari sa katapusan ng pagkakataon na naging successful po ang grupo. Base lang sa kasaysayan ko. Hindi po ako nagsasabi.
Another question.
But we are hoping for the best,
Yes.
Judy. Okay? Hoping for the best. At ang transition team natin, alam naman natin, sasalain yan.
Yes.
Pag sinala naman, minus the colors. Okay? Minus the colors. More emphasis on talent. Diba? More emphasis on knowledge, intelligence, siguro experience likewise. Ano pa, Doc? Ang isasali mo ron. Okay? Yung track record mo. Okay? Alam naman natin kung sino yung corrupt dyan, di ba? Ayun, pagka meron kita tayong isang corrupt na hinalo dyan. Patriotism. Ayun, patriotism pa. Yeah? Okay. Anything more? Ayun, sa likod.
Romel lang po, TV5. Pasensya na, nahuli lang kami. Ano?
Romel?
Lopez po.
Lopez from TV? 5. Okay.
Boss, tatanong ko lang. Ano pong pwesto yung gusto niyo uli for Inday Sara?
Ano?
Ano pong pwesto yung gusto niyo para kay Inday Sara?
Oh, actually, dun sa binasa namin, Alan ba? Ano?
Romel po.
Romel, yung binasa namin, congratulatory message namin para kay BBM at Sara. We are, hindi namin punong pwersa to, iho ha?
Yes, boss.
Okay, kumbaga, we are urging and suggesting kindly. Okay? Yung buntot ha? Kindly. Kanina, ang sabi ko kay Gani, yung salitang huling hirit. Dahil alam na natin, tinanggap na ni Okay? At saka nag-press conference na siya si Sara, Gani, di ba? Nagsalita na siya na tinatanggap niya. Okay? Pero, kumbaga, ang MRRD-NECC, huling hirit. Di naman masama yun eh. Di ba tayo, sino yung may mga anak dito at may si Brian, anak ko yan. Pagka sabi ko noon, nung bata siya, sabi niya sa akin, Daddy, bili mo ako ng, Mario Brothers. Sabi ko, huwag mo na anak, nag-aaral ka pa man. Tapos, following day, Daddy, bili mo kami ng kapatid ko, dalawa lang sila eh. Mario Brothers. Sabi ko, nag-aaral ba? Pangatlong araw, Daddy, pinag-usapan namin ni Eunice. Eunice yung anak yung kapatid niya. Bili mo na kami, payag na si Mami, huling hirit. Pinili ko sila. Parang ganun lang yung sa atin, okay? Hindi naman natin pinugpuwersa. Okay, Romel? Okay.
Pero defense po ang gusto ninyo.
Defense, yes. Defense. Bibigyan ka namin dito sa Bernie, bigyan mo si Romel ng kopya.
Pero yung pagdating niya sa defense po, sir.
Ito.
Saan?
Ako pa rin po, sir.
Si Romel pa rin. Okay.
Ano po sa tingin niyo yung qualities ni Inday Sara na akma-akma para sa defense, as defense secretary po sa kanila?
Nandiyan na rin. Pero
with the strong character, the courage, the strong will of Sara Duterte, including her proven dedication to the cause of for the welfare of the entire citizenry and security of the nation, not to mention her being a colonel in the Army Reserve Force, and of course her hands-on experience and the values she has imbibed from her father. Those are the qualities that would make her best suited and qualified for the job. This is an unsolicited recommendation which BBM and Sara may or may not consider. It's up for them to consider. What is important is that we have voiced out our sentiments, our opinions in this regard. It's not really something that we are pushing for, but it is a request, an appeal to President-elect BBM and for Vice President-elect Sara to consider. And we have laid down the reasons, the justifications for said request of the MRRD-NECC. And we are praying that they both consider this suggestion or recommendation.
Pero kung magde-depend, okay lang po sa inyo?
Lahat naman yan okay. Ang sa amin lang naman, we are just saying what we feel where she is more needed in a department.
Sino-sino po doon sa mga nakalaban ni Presumptive President-elect Bongbong Marcos ang gusto nyo pong kunin nila sa gabinete?
Sa amin naman, in line with the program of having a national unity, lahat naman sila magagaling lahat naman sila qualified. They have their own advocacies, their principles, their ideologies, which if harnessed and if they are given the opportunity to serve our people, I think they could introduce that to the new administration. It's really a matter of judgment and a test of leadership on the part of the present administration. Kasi paghahalo-haluin mo nga yan, nakalaban mo nga sa politika, di ba? Yung mga loyalista, yung mga sumuporta, may mga objections yan o reservations. Pero as a leader, if you want to prove that you are really sincere in forming a national unity government, it is advisable, it is acceptable if these people or their companions or supporters are given the chance. After all, the leader would have to, shall we say, sasalain naman lahat yan. At kung po pwede, o di pwede, kung hindi naman pwede, hindi pwede. Ang importante, magkaroon tayo ng unity in the majority with an invitation to the opposition. Yan ang unity. Hindi yung papatay mo ang opposition, yung ibig sabihin, you will decimate the opposition, hindi. Unity among majority and invitation to minority, and at the same time having a healthy and vibrant opposition.
How about sa mga senatorial balls na hindi pinalad? Meron ba kayong pwedeng i-suggest na itulak na hindi pinalad pero tingin nyo magpe-perform? Ito, of course, arrive after election ban, di ba?
Sa amin, marami yan. Marami kaming nasa puso at damdamin na gusto sana namin makonsider consider, just a matter of consideration. Bigyan pansin ng present administration. Tingnan nyo dyan si Senator Jan Castriciones, a diehard MRRD-NECC yan. Pwede naman siya, former Agrarian Reform Secretary yan, di ba? At yung iba pa, marami sila. It would be unfair if mention pa namin yung iba. Although all of them, particularly those landing in the top 30, they are very qualified also to join this government. But what is important is that they be considered by the present administration if we have to transcend political, partisan political experiences. Ganyan po.
Sir, suggest niyo na rin na...
Saan si Romel? Lumabas na. Meron sana ako pahabol sa kanya.
Suggest niyo na rin, sir, na siguro, para sa akin, kasi pag pumunta ka, bumoto ka, pag ikaw nakapulang, isa pinano ka sinisita ka, pink ka, sinisita ka. Sa inauguration, suggest niyo na rin na rainbow ang isuot ni BBM. Di ba? Para
Isusulat ko ngayon, Rainbow.
Rainbow. Para walang
Rainbow connection. Okay.
Kasi mas maganda, sir, yung any color na gusto mong isuot.
Yes.
Para makita yung unity, di ba? Kahit mag-pink ka, nandun ka, di okay lang, di ba? Mag-red ka o mag-green ka.
Tama ka, Gani. Very true, very true.
All colors welcome.
Yun naman ang mensahe nila ever since, di ba? From day one of the campaign, di ba?
Pamulan muna.
Anything more?
No colors.
Anything more? Okay, siguro ang parting words ng MRRD-NECC. Okay. Remember, MRRD-NECC is an acronym which is the very name of Presidente Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Pinanghahawakan namin to close to our hearts with the members. Alam nyo, 2014 pa, umiikot na kami sa buong bansa. Yes. Meron pa nga isang tinatawag namin na core group na nabuo sila sa Marco Polo Hotel of Davao na si Doc Sampang. There originally. Ako hindi man ako originally nakasama nila dun sa kasi nasa legal naman ako, Kevit. I canvass for Pampanga. Now, anong mensahe namin? Si Digong sinundan namin ang kanyang advokasya. The only presidential candidate who had clear plataforma de gobierno. The only president who campaigned there with 7 advocacies. At alam mo nyo na yun, hindi ko nasasabihin isa-isa. And nakita naman natin, he may not have been perfect up to this time or until June 30. But he kept his word and his bond to the Filipino nation. Gagawin niyang lahat for this country to be great again. Gagawin niyang lahat for this country to resurrect from the so-called sick man of Asia. Gagawin niya lahat para ang isang Pilipino will be proud to say, I am a Filipino and I come from the country they call the Philippines. Yan ang kailangan natin. And nakikita natin ngayon yan. Mariresurrect yan because the daughter is there. Di ba? Sabi nga nila, sino bang mas matapang? Si daughter o si tatay? And with BBM at the helm, na nakita naman natin kung gaano kaganda ang kanilang tandem. Okay? And we are hoping that this will be on and on and on and on, parang Duracell battery, until the last day of their term in 6 years mo, 2028. Sana buhay pa tayo lahat nun. Ano? And lastly, remember, I was telling you this. With great powers come great responsibilities. Leadership is not all about ability. It is about honoring your responsibility as a leader. Kami sa MRRD-NECC, we saw that in Digong. We saw it in Sara. And we will see it in BBM this coming July 1, 2022. Mabuhay po kayong lahat at maraming salamat po.
Yung may tudya, mamahalin yan, ha? Hindi ko naman ako inimbitahan, eh. Sabi ko sa'yo eh, doon sa lagi sa samahan ko eh. Yung number mo kasi kailangan ko ng summary pag tinawagan. Wala na po. Gawa ng text. Kailangan mo sa TikTok campo. Sa TikTok campo? Porter lang. Ay, sa Davao ka galing? Kasama ko yun. Dito lang galing sa akin yan. Dito sa Manila na sa'yo? Kaya nag-isikat ka dahil sa akin. Sa Davao ako. Katatawag nga lang sa akin yun eh. Katatawag lang sa akin yun. Dahil sabi ko may responsibility. Next ko rin siya eh. Kung yan? Oo, bago ba yung number niya? Ang ngayon sa ko eh. May pagkakasama.
Okay guys, kung muna umalis ha, meron tayong lunch.
TV5 ka? TV5.
Pinalagyan ko na ng ice cream.
Okay.
Sir, bali na-serve na kasi namin lahat ng nandun. Ngayon po, may mga gusto na magpabalot. Okay, magpabalot
Kumain na sila, huwag na mag-take out.
lahat po pinapabalot niya. Sabi ko mamaya na po, tanong ko po muna sa inyo.
Kumain na sila, bakit ba sila magpabalot?
Hindi po, yung daw pong pagkain nila, ipapabalot nila. Okay.
Basta yung ano.
Pero mamaya na, di ba sir? Tapusin muna namin mag-serve nila.
Relax, relax.
Nakikabilit tayo sa tatarik?
Yes. Ikaw na nanalo na.
Ready, the best. Galing mo, galing mo.
Siya, hi Siya!
Enjoy po kayo. Enjoy. Pasensya na po kayo. Manok na yung para po pero po yung ihanda nito, hindi manok. Uy! Meron po ako lang. Uy, kain kayo. Enjoy kayo. Pasensya na kayo. Kailangan nasa ka lang ng tao, lalabas ka pa. Ay,